Okay, my dear Junior 4, let's take a look at the structure sheet. This is your revision sheet. On page 6, you start the structure questions. The first one, we'll just take a look at it together. Question A is choose. So what you're going to do is choose A or B or C. Underline it, and that's it. Beth and Becky on holiday next week. Which one is the correct choice? Is going or are going or go? What I'm going to do here is look for a keyword. Do I have a keyword? Yes, I have next week. It's in the near future. So what am I going to use? The present simple or the present continuous? Of course, the present continuous. The subject here is Beth and Becky. So what do you think? Am I going to say this is going or are going? Yes, are going, because Beth and Becky are equivalent to they. So that's how you answer question A. But before we move on, Junior 4, I need you to finish until number 6. Finish it in your sheet, answer it all, and then come back to the video to continue onto question B. Question B, ask questions. So what we have here are answers, and what we want to do is write a question for this answer. Pay attention to the underlined word, because this is the answer he wants to get. This is the thing I want to ask about. So if I have like this, Sally irons her own clothes, I have to ask about Sally. I cannot say what does Sally do, because the answer is not Sally, right? So I have to ask a question for which the answer would be Sally. What can I ask here? Think. Is it a yes or no question or WH question? And think, what tense do you have? The question should be in the same tense. Okay, so Sally irons her own clothes. I have present simple, right? So the question should be in the present simple as well. If I have an answer that does not begin with yes or no, what do I use to begin a question? I use question words, WH. So to ask about a person, I'm going to use the question word, who. Okay, so I'm going to say who irons the clothes. All right, that's what you're going to do for all of the next 6. Answer until number 7 and then go to the next part. Now let's take a look at question C. Correct the mistakes. So before we start, I want you to know that when we are in the structure, the mistake is always in the grammar, right? Structure means grammar. So in the part of the structure or the grammar, the mistake is in the grammar. So don't get a word and fix the spelling and tell me I corrected the mistake, miss. No, dear. The mistake is always in the verb, okay? Either in the verb or in the superlative and comparative, the lesson we took, or for example, you might have an adverb of frequency and the place of it is not right. So you need to check for this kind of mistakes. Do I have an adverb of frequency? Is it in the correct place? Is it before the main verb and after verb to be? Do I have a superlative or comparative? Is it done correctly, or they put superlative instead of comparative, for example? Do I have present continuous and I need to change it to present simple? Or the opposite? Do I have a keyword for the present simple and the verb is in the present continuous and I need to change it? Etc. So let's start with number 1. The mistake is probably in the verb or in the adverb of frequency or comparative and superlative. Easy? Let's take a look at number 1. The engineers build new houses. So here I have the engineers. The sentence is in the present simple, but I have many engineers. It's not only one person. The engineers is equivalent to they. Can I say they built new houses? Can I say that? No. With they, I keep the verb in the infinitive form, right? I keep the verb as it is. So I need to change to underline this and then write the whole sentence again. Don't just write the word you need to change. No, you need to write the whole sentence, because sometimes you need to change many words. And sometimes you're changing from present continuous to present simple, for example. So you need to change many parts of the sentence. Okay? So let's start. The engineers built new house. Easy? Yes. Okay, so this is how you're going to answer the rest of correct the mistake question. Finish until number 8, then come to continue watching the video. Question D. Correct the verb. Before we start, what I'm going to do in this question, I'm going to take a look at this verb between brackets and put it in the sentence correctly. So I need to decide which tense to use. Okay? If I have not, I need to decide how to put the negative in this tense. If I have adverbs of frequency, I need to put them in the correct place with the negative or without, depending on what you have between the brackets. Okay? So number 1, my father have a new car. What tense is this? What tense do I need to use? Present simple or present continuous? Of course, I'm going to use the present simple, because here have is going to be a state verb, because I'm talking about what my father owns, belonging, right? So with my father, which is he, what do I do with the verb have? It's going to be has. Excellent. So I'm going to write here has, and that's it. I've finished number 1. I want you to finish all. So now you just need to pause the video, finish until number 8, then come back to watch the rest. Alright, question E. Choose the correct answer. So what am I going to do here? Sue visits her granny today or every week or yesterday. So what I need to do is just choose the correct answer. It's super easy. What I need to pay attention to is the verb, the tense of the verb, and the place of the adverb of frequency. All of these things that we learned throughout the term in our grammar. Sue visits her granny. Can I say today or every week or yesterday? Which would be more suitable? Which tense am I using? I'm using the present simple. Okay, which one of those can go with the present simple? Can I say yesterday? Can I say today? No, I'm going to say every week, because the present simple is for things that happen repeatedly. And today would need present continuous, so I cannot use it, right? Number 2, Molly often watches or is watching TV at night. So I'm going to give you a hint and then you will continue on your own. I have at night, but tense comes with at night. Think. Okay, it's super easy. Continue until number 10, then move on with me. Now you need to pause your video again. Alright, this one is very easy. You have right or wrong, true and false. Put right or wrong, then correct the mistake. So some sentences are going to be correct. If you read the sentence and it's correct and the keyword matches the tense and it's perfect, you will just put a tick. But if you read the sentence and it has a mistake, you're going to underline the mistake, of course, and put an X between the two brackets, then write the whole sentence in the correct form under it. Alright, let's start with number 1. They listen to the radio now. So I have a keyword. It's now. Can I say they listen? No, I need to use the present continuous, right? So I'm going to put an X. It is not correct. So wrong. Then I need to start correcting it, writing the whole sentence, not just correcting one word. And remember this. I'm going to use the present continuous with they. So I need to say they are listening to the radio now. Okay, easy. So what do we have here? Exercise G. Correct the verbs between brackets. I only have 2. I have a verb and the subject, and I have the rest of the sentence. And I need to write the verb and the subject in the correct form. So, Ben and come to school today. So I have a keyword. What keyword is this? Today. I'm going to use the present simple or the present continuous? Present continuous. Excellent. So I'm going to say Ben coming. Ben is coming. But be careful because this is a question mark. So I have a question. What am I going to do? I need to make a question in the present continuous form. So what can I say? I can say, is Ben coming to school today? So this is the easiest way to make a question. Okay. I will start with the verb to be and then put the rest. Now let's do the same for this. You have an, you have speak, and you have French, and you have a question mark. What are you going to do? Answer it on your own and continue the video with me. Exercise H. Rewrite the following sentences using the words between brackets. So I have a word here that will give me instructions regarding what to do in this specific question. So it's like do is shown between brackets. Ahmed goes to school at 7 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock is underlined. And what he needs is for me to ask, which means form a question. Ahmed goes to school at 7 o'clock. So I need to know this. I need to ask about this. What am I going to do? Let's start together. First of all, what is the tense of this sentence? It's in the present simple, right? So the question will be in the present simple as well. Ahmed goes to school at 7 o'clock. If I need to know a specific time, what question word do I use? I'm going to use what time. Can I start the question with do or does? No, because this is not a yes or no question. It's a regular sentence without yes or no at the beginning, so I need to use a question word. The question word I chose is what time. And then I will continue normally. What time does Ahmed go to school? Why did I say go? Because does is always hungry and it eats the S. So what time does Ahmed go to school? Ahmed goes to school at 7 o'clock. Perfect. Now finish the rest, then continue. Exercise I, or question I. Use comparatives or superlatives. So we're going to read this sentence and read the adjective between the brackets, then decide, are we going to use the comparative form or the superlative form? It depends on the sentence. Am I comparing one thing to another thing or one thing to a group of things? Right? So let's start with the first one and then you can finish the rest on your own and check your answers in the model. We like wearing late fashion. So the adjective is late, and I have what we like wearing, and I'm comparing it to everything else. So am I going to use the comparative or the superlative? I'm going to use the superlative. What is the superlative form of late? Late is a short adjective. It ends in e. So I'm just going to say the latest. The plus the adjective plus est, but here I'm just adding st because it's ending in e. Alright, we like wearing the latest fashion. Easy? Do the same for the next 9 questions and be careful. Read carefully if you have a short adjective or a long adjective and check the ending of the adjective. Apply all of the rules. It will be super easy for you. Let's go. Okay, that was the last part of the structure part of the revision sheet. Make sure you study your vocab and let's move on to the next part.